Hey guys, it's Victoria and welcome back to FemmeHead. Today I want to share 15 things that I like to do when I'm feeling down or low energy and I'm just like, I'm kind of in a funk and I need to get out of it. These are my go-to things that I do. And not all 15, I just sat down and brainstormed like, what are the things that I add back in or take out? And this is where I'm at. Let me know down below which of these you like to do or if you have any other ones that you like to incorporate as well. First off, I like to just like sit down and make a plan, kind of like analyze the situation, pick it apart a bit, figure out what I'm feeling, what's not working, where I can improve, where I can add these things into my routine, what I can replace bad habits with good habits, that sort of stuff. So while I have this list kind of organized by like easier, quick fixes versus more long-term solutions, these aren't really in any particular order. So the first thing I have is have a dance party. Sometimes when I'm just feeling like in a bad mood, in a funk, the kids and I are all kind of cranky, we're not feeling it, have a dance party. Put on some music, dance around. I find that just like nourishing that kid part of yourself, I find that just dancing and being silly kind of gives me a burst of energy, positivity, and can like quickly change things around. The next one on my list is to go for a walk. I find it's a lot easier when the weather is like nice and everything like this, but especially in the winter when it's kind of cold or gray and just gross, it's hard to be like, yeah, let's go bundle up and get outside. But I do find that kind of going on a daily walk really helps. Get your body moving, get some fresh air. Usually the kids will just like zen out and calm down in the stroller and bring some snacks and everything for everyone. Put in a podcast, some music, or listen to nothing. Getting out of the house and going for a walk helps. Going along with that one is to move your body. I don't really exercise at this point. I'm really trying to like, okay, let's like add it back in, Victoria, let's add it back in. But finding ways to like move your body day to day, whether that is I have a treadmill under my desk or going for a walk, chasing them around, having a dance party, like those sort of things. Like find a way to move your body, whether that's stretching, yoga. It doesn't have to be some like 2-hour high intensity workout, but just like getting the blood pumping or just stretching does a lot for the mind. When I am consistently like moving my body and exercising, I mentally feel better. Go to bed early. I used to be more of a night owl, but I find that going to bed at like 9:30 and waking up at 5 a.m. is like my combo that I really like. And just like getting more sleep. If you're feeling like in a funk, sometimes it's just time to end that day and be like, okay, we're gonna have a fresh start tomorrow, fresh early start. But sometimes you just need some sleep. Meditate. If I am feeling overwhelmed, frazzled, like my brain is just spinning and going, the two things I like to make sure I am doing on a daily basis is meditating and journaling. And so for me, I like to do morning pages in the morning. And then I like to meditate before bed. And I find that's just like the spot where those things fit into my day-to-day life. I like brain dump morning pages style journaling better than like trying to be like poetic and like somebody's gonna read this someday. Like that's just not my kind of journaling. Those two things really help when I just like feel like I can't slow my brain down. Or if I feel like I am unfocused, unmotivated in that funk, meditating and journaling really helps. Reading before bed instead of like scrolling through social media or watching a bunch of like Netflix or TV or whatever. I love reading and I used to just read stacks of books and it's harder when you're a parent and that's fine. But reading before bed is like that's the time where if I'm gonna read, that's where I get to read. Even if it's just 10 minutes, even if it's just a couple pages, just like read a little bit before bed. So I like to get ready for bed. Sometimes we'll like watch stuff together. But then I like to end it by reading and then meditating and then falling asleep. Less social media and technology. We're all guilty of this one. Technology and watching and entertaining yourself serves a purpose. But when I'm feeling just like unsatisfied with life and unsatisfied with my life, it's like, okay, I need to come back to reality. I have a really great freaking life. And if I am like living in some like future far off what if world, it's time to like cut down on the technology, cut down on the social media and just focus more on being mindful and living in the present moment, which meditation and journaling helps with. Getting out of the house. This is always my biggest issue when it's cold and it's winter, is just getting out of the house. So finding like activities to do with the boys. And usually it's like, okay, let's get out of the house first thing in the morning and go and do an activity. then come back home for lunch and nap time. And then sometimes if we have errands to run, do that in the afternoon. But I find just like the simple act of getting out of the house makes a world of difference. Clean your space. And I know this is hard when you're like really in a funk. It usually like snowballs. And so whether it's just like making your bed or doing a load of dishes, like doing some small thing, like I find that if I am like out of sorts, not feeling it, not feeling good, if I take the time to like clean my space, even if it's just like setting a timer for 15-20 minutes and just doing a power tidy, not even like a deep clean, I will instantly feel better when I have a tidy space. Get some sunshine. Obviously this is hard when it's like dreary and gray out. You can't really control that. But when it's a beautiful day like it is right now outside, blue skies, sunshine, green trees, get outside and soak in some rays. Make sure you wear sunscreen, but just get a little bit of sunshine. And like, honestly, my mood is so affected by the weather. Get something on your calendar to be social and see friends, especially with COVID and the global pandemic and just being like cooped up and not getting that social interaction that most people need and crave. Schedule it, get it on the calendar, go out to dinner, meet for coffee, go on a girls trip, whatever it is, like make time for your friends and your family. And then the last 3 are more like long-term, but I do think have short-term effects. Drinking more water, adding more produce, so fruits and vegetables, and making sure you have supplements and vitamins. Like those are more like long-term things, but I think will have a instant impact if you have a day that's full of like fruits and vegetables, lots of water. Like you're just gonna feel better than if it's a day where you're drinking lots of coffee, lots of processed food. Like I know that also has an instant effect, but it also has like long-term impactful effect. And all these good habits just kind of like grow and build together. And I find that when I let them go is when I like slowly get back into like a rut, and it's like, no, add them back in, let's go. So these are just like 15 of my like go-to, like get back to, add them back in sort of habits and things to do when I'm feeling blue, feeling down, feeling in a funk. So hopefully some of this has inspired you to like, okay, yeah, I can try that one thing, or I can, stop doing that one thing, and hopefully one small step will make enough of an impact that will get you rolling towards the place you want to be. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you gave you a little something, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.